listeners, I know what you're probably thinking. Why is this girl sitting down? That's because it's movie time! I've had some people in my comment section asking me to react to Olivia Rodrigo's Sour. I would love to do that, but the thing is, I know that album like the back of my hand. I listened to it up and down, back and forth, side to side, every way that you could listen to it. You know I listen to it. But don't worry, lovers, your girl got you covered. I figured we could just watch the movie about the album. Ain't that a great idea? Yes, Esther, thank you. I know. You don't have to say that, but it's still nice to hear it. By the way, do not look at my nail. I think everyone is excited to hear her new album. So let's see how Olivia does make an album and the whole story behind it and how it felt for her to blow up overnight. I remember it so clearly, like my whole For You page was full with the drama of, we're not even gonna get into it because I don't want to. My girl Sabrina has been through enough. But it must have been very weird for her. She was like 18, I think, and to blow up overnight, to have success, to debut at #1 on the Billboard charts is something so many people strive to achieve, and she just did it with her debut single. That's crazy. I love these kind of documentaries. I love seeing how artists make their art, how they come up with the beats and melodies, everything around it. The art of making music, I adore it. Now no more talking and let's get started.
How would I describe this chapter of my life?
Oh.
You're listening to the most popular song on the planet. It's Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo.
Wow, okay. Why did that make me emotional? I could literally feel her joy. I would have been bawling my eyes out if I was her.
For those of you just joining, I just put out a song called Driver's License.
So 12k views.
This is like really first #1 in the world on like all streaming platforms and like breaking all these records.
Yeah, it's crazy.
My life just like shifted in an instant.
It really did.
My life is just so weird. Like I moved out of my house, my album is done, almost done with high school. So weird.
Almost done with high school. That made me feel so old. She did more at 18 than I did my whole life.
Hi, I'm Olivia Rodrigo.
She looks the same. Oh, this looks so old school. I love it. It looks so 80s. But I'm kind of getting creeped out. Kind of reminds me of a horror movie. I don't know why. She has such beautiful hair. I'm so jealous. Like, honestly, give me your hair length. Like, I want it down to my butt.
There's nothing that connects people, and there's nothing that is like a truer window into the human emotion than music.
She's so, you know what I think? Oh, stop. I like the way she articulates, the way she talks. She has like a really good way with words, and she's only 18 years old or 19 now. I don't know, but you know, she's still a teenager. When I was a teenager, and to this day, I can't articulate the way she does. I think she has a beautiful way of saying things, which makes her this amazing songwriter, so. Oh, happier. What does she do here? Did she just randomly... What is happening? Why is she sitting on the floor? I'm sitting on the floor. Friends are mine, you know. I know you moved on, found someone new. Can we talk about... I know you've moved on. Why doesn't it stop? Okay, that was weird. That's weird. Joshua Bassett really did these two girls dirty. I mean, he has 2 albums written about him from these 2 amazing songwriters. Like, he got some bops dedicated to him. And I'm really thankful to have these bops, but I feel really sorry for these girls because they deserve better. Joshua got dragged to the filth. And now, what is happening in this shot? Is she just gonna perform every song on the album? Maybe it's a concert movie. I don't know.
She's so sweet.
She really is.
She's so pretty.
She really is. The drums in the house. But I love the aesthetic. Very pleasing.
I can't let you go.
Oh, now she's standing. I'm getting chills. And I'm getting emotional. I love that every time we cut to Olivia, she's in a different position. I don't know. It entertains me.
Like how you were with me, I'm selfish, I know.
How did this bitch write these songs at 18 or 17? I don't know. When I look back at the stuff I wrote when I was 17, I cringed so hard. Yes, girl with the green hair. Fuck it up. Woo! What position is Olivia in right now? I was just sitting again.
Don't be
Happier. Beautiful song. Beautiful, relatable song. I love it. Describes the feeling really well of how you feel when your ex-partner found somebody new. You wish them the best because you still love them, but you're just hoping that they're not as happy as they were with you. Beautiful. I was about to say, can this bitch even drive? But she has a whole song about how she got her driver's license.
I want to play the songs in these places that meant so much to me and revisit them with older eyes, I guess.
Aww.
I remember posting the song Happier online and looking back on it and being like, oh my god, this song is terrible. It got no likes. I sang it really badly. Why did I do that? The fact that I posted it was the reason that I met Dan. That was the first song that we produced together was Happier.
I love you, say it back. Oh, that's so cute. Where is this? I want to make a pic there. Sour production sessions, March 2021. It's so interesting to see where these artists make their music because it's just a little room, but the magic happens. What's that song?
You say you lost your best friend. How do you think I feel? You say it's over again.
I was so sad when I wrote that song. Oh my god. I remember that day. I was so sad.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Why do we have this?
A long
Interesting.
time ago.
It wasn't long. It was almost a year ago. It's crazy.
That was funny. I was about to say, why do we have this 12-minute shot of this guy just sitting there? Thank you for producing the music that I love, but like, that's it. But then she was like, oh, I was so sad. I was so sad. I remember that day. I was so sad. And he was like, that's interesting. His voice kind of reminds me of this one guy who has a podcast. I'm gonna pop him up on the screen. He gives me the same vibes.
I remember that day. I was so sad.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
A long
It
time ago.
wasn't long. It was almost a year ago. It's crazy.
I'm
That's
still
crazy.
not over it.
I'm still not over it. Oh, girl. I know. Some heartbreaks just break you.
The heartbreak that I kept on giving. I had to see him. He was with someone else, which was devastating to me. It felt like my world was ending almost every day.
Yeah, that must hurt like shit.
So I think by writing songs about exactly how I felt, I was like creating like a friend for me.
Oh, that's so sad, but so beautiful at the same time. This movie kind of gives me horror movie vibes. I'm afraid that she's gonna get killed at the end of this.
Jealousy was the second song I wrote for the album. I was just so obsessed with social media in a very negative way, and I always felt misrepresented.
Especially because if you get thrown into this situation at such a young age, you still kind of figure out who you are and what you want and who you want to be. And then suddenly you just write a song about how you're feeling sad and the whole world suddenly has an opinion of you. To be suddenly in the spotlight at such a young age must really fuck with your mental health.
You know, 18, I want people to think I'm like pretty and cool. And if you find yourself thinking about that too much, I think you get so disillusioned from real life.
She has such a face for glasses. All these glasses fit her really well. She's a glass person. Oh, does she perform Jealousy on here? The set looks so cool. Sheesh.
Kinda wanna throw my phone across the room.
She looks like an indie rock star.
Their beauty's not my life.
One of my favorite lyrics.
For comparison,
Wow! Jealousy, rock version.
I'm so sick of myself. Rather be right me.
Yes, the green hair girl is back and she's fucking it up. I love this song so much because it describes everything so well. I'm happy that you're getting everything you want, but at the same time, I'm not happy because I'm not getting it. I love these two simple lines in the song, which is, I know their beauty is not my lack, and I know their win is not my loss. If you sit back and think about it from a different perspective, the fact that it happened for them shows you that it can also happen for you. So you can take that jealousy and turn it into motivation. The bridge is so iconic.
Pretty face, pretty boyfriend too. Happier, prettier, jealousy. I'm losing it all again.
She's such a good performer. Green hair girl!
Jealousy started following me.
Great performance. Loved it. That was really badass. Oh, my favorite song! All I did was speak normally. Somehow I still struck her. You got me fucked up in the head, boy. I love this song so much. I'm gonna cry. This was the one song that I instantly fell in love with.
I just wrote this song actually the day before this guy broke up with me. So I remember not being able to listen to it for a while.
Oh, that's so sad.
Loving someone who is so inconsistent is so challenging and just really anxiety inducing, and it's a really tough thing to feel like you're walking on eggshells around someone you just want validation and love and support from.
See? She has such a way with words. I could have not described it so well. I mean, English is not my first language, but even if it was, I still couldn't do it as well as her. But I get what she's saying. When you have a person and you're just too afraid to say anything because you're afraid that it's always gonna be the wrong thing.
I'm the love of your life until I make you mad.
What a jam.
Hate me, boy, I don't understand.
Thank God you changed the lyrics. Thank God.
Just stick with it.
Is she already performing the song?
Wait a damn minute.
Find it all exciting.
She is.
I'm the love of your life until I make you mad. Going over everything I said.
This is what these people make you do. Doubt yourself and be like, did I do something wrong to make you act like this?
Not leave you, but the roller coaster's all I've ever had. It's always one.
Oh, it makes me cry. This is such a good line as well. I leave you, but the roller coaster's all I've ever had is so meaningful. Because when you're used to chaos your whole life, you think that's how it's supposed to be. That's why people, when they suddenly meet something that's consistent, they're like, nope, something feels wrong. Something is fishy. This is boring. You're just so used to this roller coaster ride that it's just normal for you. But I love the song so much. This performance also felt really intimate. I like that.
July 13th, 2020. I got my driver's license today. All my relatives called to congratulate. Part of the reason I wanted to get my license so bad was because of this boy. I always felt bad about being too young to drive over to see him.
I know there's like a little dispute with her and Taylor. I don't know the situation, what's going on. It's just really weird that they do not acknowledge each other publicly anymore. But I feel like she must have loved the 10-minute version of All Too Well, you know? If we had been closer in age, maybe it would have been fine. That made me want to die. She probably loved that line.
That song just really captured devastation in a way that I hadn't been able to capture before.
And you did that really well. Pretty hard.
Pictured I was driving home to you. That line can very literally be like I was driving home, like to your house or whatever, but I was really reconciling with the fact that sometimes when you love a person so much, that's who you feel the most at home with. Every time that came on, my stomach would drop just because I felt like it was so acutely like how I was feeling.
It makes me so emotional when she talks about this stuff.
The worst part of being in love is having something to lose.
Oh, that's a great answer.
Great answer. A British boy.
How do you take something that happens in your life and how do you transform that into something like a song?
I love the way he talks. You know, I'm a London boy.
Storytelling doesn't necessarily have to come from a place of devastation. I'm like terrified that since I'm not gonna be like devastated for the rest of my life, that I'm no longer
What's your
gonna make a good
inspiration
album.
Oh, that's exactly what Taylor said. But I get that she's scared about that. Don't worry, girl. You're so young. You will still get to go through a lot of devastation. Especially when you're 23. I feel like that's the worst age. I'm excited for Olivia Rodrigo's album when she's 23.
Got my driver's license last week, something we always talked about.
I think I'm like still as innocent as I was when driver's license came out.
Probably with that brunette girl.
Brunette girl. Nope. He was with that blonde girl. I wonder why she had first written brunettes.
To my core, I'm like still the same person and still sensitive, emotional, and caring, hopefully. So much has happened. I think I'm like completely different now. It's like weird to think about.
Oh, she's so cute.
I'll always write songs. It's like my form of expression and my way of making sense of the world.
Her and Taylor are so similar because the way she talks is almost the exact same way as Taylor talks about her music and the way she expresses her feelings. I know Olivia is her own person and she has her own writing style and her own art. I don't want it to come across as if I'm constantly comparing her to Taylor. I just think it's sad that these two women have like so much in common with the way they write songs, with the way they see life, with the way they go through life. I just think it's sad that they do not acknowledge each other in public anymore. I just wish we would see more support of each other because these two women together break the internet. Can you imagine a collaboration between Olivia and Taylor? It would break all the records and it would probably finally get rid of that weird Last Night song that I've never even heard that's been sitting at the top of the Billboard charts for what feels like years. Does she have safety pins as her earrings? Okay, very edgy.
Just tell me that you really meant the words you wrote about me in that song.
Joshua Bassett, how the fuck do you write all of these songs about these beautiful women and then just play them? What was Sabrina's line in Vicious? I should've known all along that I was only the next one to take your love songs as a promise. Like, maybe you should just stop writing songs. I guess the therapist Olivia found for you was not helping after all.
The suburbs.
I've never actually seen the music video, so I'm thankful for this. The aesthetic looks so cool.
Wait for no one.
Ah!
And you said
That camera angle was not it. Oh, the bridge. Green hair girl. Why was about to sing the Glean version? The green haired girl! We love the representation of the green haired girl. I like that the performance of the song is just clips stitched together from different performances that she had over the year, because it really makes you see how big Driver's License actually was. She performed it everywhere. Can you hear the crowd? Oh, that makes me emotional as well.
I guess you didn't need to.
It makes me cry. I'm just too emotional. It just must mean so much to you as an artist. You took your pain, created art with it, and now you perform it, and all these people scream it back at you with such emotion and love. It kind of makes you feel like you turned your sourness into love.
The success of Driver's License changed everything. It was very intense.
Yeah, I believe that, honey. Must have been crazy.
Having a big song like that, you put it out and you're also like, oh my god, this is amazing. And then everyone's like, what's next? Can you like follow it up? What's next? And I'm like,
Yeah.
Jesus, like, I just did this. Can this be enough?
I remember everyone was coming for her like, oh, she's gonna be a one-hit wonder. But I do think that in the first moment, you're really happy and it's really amazing. And then these people come at you, like she said, they're like, oh, can you follow it up? What's next? And they kind of put this pressure on you. And that's when you start putting pressure on yourself, because you're like, wait a minute, they're right. Can I follow this up? Will I achieve this kind of success again? Or will it flop dramatically? Having this kind of pressure on you at such a young age with your debut single, I respect her a lot for handling it very well. At least I think she did. But let's see.
It was just like, hey, we're making an album. I remember you called me stressed out in Salt Lake City.
This guy must be so thankful that he called Olivia up after he saw that Happier video and was like, hey, what's up? Let's do something together. Because this guy must have earned some cash with producing an album like Sour. This guy, damn, hit the jackpot.
So when you gonna tell her?
She looks like Jenna Ortega here.
In this album, and in Deja Vu in particular, I'm like very obsessed with the idea of all relationships just being so recycled. Because I think I was just, wait, none of this is special. Like, it happens over and over and over.
Bro, don't get me depressed.
Specificity and also authenticity are my two favorite things that a song can have. I learned that from country music, I think. I think country music songs are always very specific and authentic, and I think that's why they're so heartbreaking sometimes.
Country music. Country music is deep. I only know two genres of country music. The Taylor Swift genre and the I'm gonna take my truck, put it in the parking lot. If you folks wanna say something, meet me outside, I'll beat your wife. Like, is that not country music summed up? But I like what she said at the end, that she likes authenticity and specific. You know, the second word that she said. When songs don't have these two factors, that she doesn't really love them. And I think that's why so many people love Taylor and Olivia, because all of their songs have these two factors.
I did not want to put this song out after Driver's License. I remember thinking it was a bad song. I remember like calling my manager, being like, pull the plug, I don't want to do it, I can't do it, I hate it. There was so much drama that was around Driver's License and so much hate, and I like thought if I put this song out, then I was also like playing into this like let's hate on other girls thing, and I just like did not want to do that. And I never write any of my songs from that point of view, because that's not something that I feel.
I mean, honey, putting Deja Vu out after Driver's License kind of added fuel to the fire, because everyone was like, oh, Josh is dating Sabrina now. They made up these stories like Sabrina stole her boyfriend, Josh is a cheater. And then you put this song out where you're like, you get Deja Vu when she's with you, and everything that you do with her is just reused. You know, like I said, it kind of added fuel to the fire. She doesn't say what her manager says, but I guess her manager was like, no, don't worry, it's gonna be fun, it's a good song. Managers are still kind of cash grabs, so they must have known what kind of reaction would come out of it, but it would create controversy, and controversy creates cash. She should perform on the roof. Does she perform on the roof? That's cool. The visuals for this movie are really good. It feels like an actual movie. Oh, she doesn't perform on the roof. The green haired girl returns. Ha 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 ha.
You're so unique. You get deja vu when she's with you.
I think that's why I'm not the biggest fan of this song. The lyrics kind of make you feel bad, you know what I mean? The green haired girl gets so much airtime. Good for her.
The color do sound the same. Another address. Well, I hate.
You know what I mean when I said it added fuel to the fire? These are very passive aggressive lyrics. The bridge is kind of iconic though. Why are we doing this to the bridge? Why did you skip over that? There's nothing new. I know you get deja vu. This whole controversy with this. Ow, I just bit my tongue. This whole controversy with the bridge and the cruel summer thing. I see it, that it sounds familiar, but not that familiar to give out writing credits. If there's some thick air between Taylor and Olivia, I guess I can understand Olivia at that point, if it even was Taylor's decision. But I feel like Taylor is such a big artist. If it would have been her management, or if it was the record label that said, hey, this sounds familiar, we want the writing credits for this, which doesn't even make sense because Taylor's the one who wrote it. Taylor's the one who owns that song. So if I'm Olivia and my idol for years, my role model, suddenly came up to me and was like, yo, I know I inspired you your whole life. I know you love my music. I know you take inspirations from my music, but your bridge kind of sounds familiar to mine. So I want the writing credits now. I'd be like, are you for real? I'd be very disappointed as well, and I'd probably distance myself as well from her. Like I said, I don't really know how it went down, but my opinion on this is that Taylor would have not needed those writing credits. Bro, I thought she was gonna crash into that.
In order to get over a heartbreak, I think you have to forgive that person who caused you pain, but I think also a big part of it is forgiving yourself.
That's a huge part, actually.
Get mad! You're angry right now. There was a crime that has been committed. Your
Favorite crime is such a jam.
When heart broke, 4 hands bloody, having the blame be on 2 people. Heartbreak is a 2-way street, and you couldn't have gotten your heart broken if you didn't put yourself in the position to be hurt.
True.
This song sort of helped me forgive myself.
That's beautiful. When we get our hearts broken, we're often like, oh, I was so stupid. I'm so dumb for letting you treat me like that. I'm such an idiot for believing what you said. We put a lot of the blame on us. It's just as important to forgive the person that caused you pain as it is to forgive yourself. And often, that's much, much harder to do.
I let you treat me like that.
Oh, she sounds gorgeous. I don't know what to make of her style though. The leopard print on her hat, the skirt, the boots, the safety pins, earrings. But she pulls the outfits off. I could not wear that type of shit. I would look like an idiot.
Just so I could call you mine.
Cute, no change.
Did I say that I hate you with a smile on my face? All the things I did.
That gave me chills.
'Cause baby, you were mine.
This movie is very artsy. I'm excited for a new era.
I love how this song expresses anger and pettiness in a way that's more funny and tongue-in-cheek rather than like aggressive and mean.
What song are we talking about? Oh, good for you.
You know like the demon?
I love that song so much. I got my heart broken when she released this album. So you know what your bitch did. I listened to this album, as I said, up and down. That was my shit. You know that feeling when you're heartbroken? You're not really sad anymore, you're just mad. This was the perfect song to take out my anger. Every time I listened to the song, it felt like therapy to me. Rock Canyons. Oh, this is so extra.
I guess the therapist I found for you, she really helped. Now you can be a better man.
He wasn't.
No, if you ever cared to ask,
Oh, that sounds beautiful.
I spent the night crying.
Is that Taylor Swift? Oh, they're still friends. I feel like if she would have released this song after driver's license, she wouldn't have come across as this girl that wants to put the other girl down. Because after Deja Vu hit, some of the people's perspective shifted and they were like, yo, why are you trying to make her feel bad? That's kind of fucked up. So I think if she would have released this one, she would have been fine.
Apathy's like a wounded soul.
These lyrics meant so much to me. These are so simple, but I just related to them so hard. Very pretty. The cello and everything makes this so pretty. Everyone in black, so elegant. And then there's Olivia with her leopard print hat.
I was thinking about how I wrote Enough for You, and I actually wrote it on my bedroom floor, looking into a full-length mirror. I was on my guitar playing to myself, which I think is really funny considering like the themes of the song.
That's actually heartbreaking.
Feeling like you aren't good enough for someone who's your absolute world is like so crushing.
Enough for you.
You know, I could never do that. I could not sing in front of somebody who's like 1 meter away from me. I'd be like, could you get out? Because it's kind of embarrassing, you know?
What's wrong?
I'm so sad about it. I don't know.
Is she crying?
You don't like this either?
It's just like every other song I have on the record.
What are you talking about?
I just remember listening to that song and being like, everything's wrong with this song. I don't like it. I can't sing it well. Like, da-da-da. There's like so many issues with it in my head. Being a child actor where you're constantly told everything that you do is amazing. You literally do the bare minimum. They're like, oh, you're a star. I was always like really disillusioned by that from a very young age. I was just gonna like tell me whatever. And so I kind of like went to the other side of the spectrum and started thinking that everything that I did was really bad. Dan's very much someone in my life will be like, no, you shouldn't do that. Like, I wouldn't do that if I were you, which I really appreciate because not a lot of people care enough to be honest with people.
Honey, I don't think he cares enough in general. Because when he said you were sad, he was like, wow, that's interesting. So I just think he doesn't give a fuck. That's why he just tells you the truth and whatever. On the glittery piano.
Stupid, emotional, obsessive little me. You couldn't have cared less about someone who loved you more. I just want myself back for you.
Makes me cry. I'm so glad that she kept this on the album.
Used and discarded to feel sorry for yourself.
Period.
That I'm so exciting. You say I'm never satisfied, but that's not me, it's you.
It kind of is me as well.
Oh, no, nothing's enough
For you.
You betrayed.
Traitor! This is a masterpiece.
Traitor is one of my favorite songs I've ever written. I really like the line, I guess you didn't cheat, but you're still a traitor.
Yeah, it's so simple, but it's so hitting.
I think you can never lie to yourself when you're writing a song. At least it's hard for me.
Oh, we're not getting more of Traitor. I wanted to know more of the background story because I love that song so much. Roy's Vacancy Motel Cafe. Honey, the promotion you're getting from this movie must be booked and busy. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, Olivia, you're so talented. I'm so amazed. I just can't talk right now. Girl, is there something you cannot do?
The second that we called it quits. Yeah, you talked to her. God, I wish that you had thought this through before I went and fell in love with you.
What if somebody just comes and like needs some gas? They're like, bro, you can't. Olivia's performing Traitor right now.
Gave me your word, but that didn't matter. You're still a traitor.
This song is for all the situationship girlies. We weren't together, but we were more than friends, and you betrayed me. Her just standing there looks so funny.
We want to put one more upbeat song on the record.
Hold on. This is not a we conversation. Olivia wants one more upbeat song on the record.
And we can't choose which song.
What the fuck? What is Dan's problem? Why don't you got your girls back? I don't know, kind of a weirdo.
What's it like when you have 5 days to choose a track listing and you change your mind every day?
I'm not changing my mind every day. I've always said I wanted one more upbeat song.
See, what the fuck's your problem, Dan? Because of Olivia's great mind, we got brutal. Yeah, Dan kind of helped with it as well. So interesting to see the making of a song. I kind of get why musicians stick with their producers, because you need to have a great relationship with your producer to be so vulnerable and open with them about your feelings and what you want to write about. And they probably see you at some of your worst times, and at the same time the producer still has to give you like feedback and be like, you know what, this wasn't good. Even though you're already so emotional, if you feel this open and comfortable with someone, I guess it's hard to just let it go and find someone else when you shared such intimate moments with each other.
Brutal. Take one.
She's still wearing her safety pin.
I hear it.
You can't hear? Oh, right. Because... Try now.
I'm so insecure.
Dan, do your job.
So glad we made this.
Why not? Have fun, right? Is that what we're here for?
Why are you laughing? You didn't even want to make this. Back at the gas station, baby. Is she performing brutal on the toilet?
I remember just feeling kind of trapped, flung into this situation that I wasn't prepared for. Overnight, like all of a sudden everyone's like watching you and I'm like, oh my god, did I actually ever want this?
Everyone wants to be in the spotlight, but when you're actually in it and all the eyes are on you, they're kind of like, I wanted it, but like not this much.
That like period of my life was very strange, and I remember feeling lonely, and I remember wanting a boyfriend very bad. And I remember I was still reeling from this heartbreak and all of the drama that went all around it, finishing up the album. So much stuff was happening.
It must be so overwhelming. I want it to be like messy. They're performing in an abandoned airplane? Where did they even find this place?
Enjoy your youth, I'm gonna cry.
I related to the line so hard. I was always really depressed and anxious and sad. Everywhere I went, either online or when I talked to people, everyone was like, oh, enjoy your life, you're so young. Like, fuck you. I am sad. You're telling me I should be happy just because I'm young? I'm still fucking sad. But I kind of felt weird in the context of I was 23 when this came out and she was like 7 or 18, and I was like, damn, she's talking about her youth in her teenage years and I'm like a 20-year-old relating to this line. Yeah, throw that microphone, Stans.
I wish I could disappear. Ego crushes so severe. God, it's brutal out here. I love people I don't like.
What a great line.
I'm not cool, I'm not smart, and I can't even tell apart.
An even greater line.
God, it's brutal out here.
I love the way she sang that. Is that Conan Gray?
2-star.
This is the perfect opener for this album because the last line, I don't even know where to start, opens this journey of the album and I love it.
Hope You're Okay was the last song I finished on the album. I really wanted to write a folksy, singer-songwritery, storytelling song that ended the album on a hopeful note. Even in the midst of all the heartbreak and pain, there's so much hope that goes along with ending a relationship and starting a new chapter.
True. She's so wise. I can't handle it.
I just want brutally the first track.
You really do?
I really do.
Then I have my work cut out for me this weekend.
I know.
Don't give me that attitude, Dan. You made enough money off that. Isn't this the beginning?
Yeah, you feel good about it?
I'm gonna cry! So we're the year of my life in the studio.
Magic was created in here.
Hopefully I won't be so sad in the next record.
Honey, I got some bad news for you.
Coming from this place of hurt and devastation, and you manage to turn it into something that you're proud of and something that other people can enjoy and something that brings light and joy into the world, there's like nothing better than that. And there's like not a day that goes by that I'm not grateful for that opportunity and so proud of myself that
You can be proud of yourself, Olivia.
I think I had to learn how to have thick skin and how to stand up for myself.
You did an amazing job. How are they getting these shots? Is like somebody hanging on for dear life with the door open trying to get that shot, or is like somebody hanging out at the window? I have a confession to make. I think I listened to Hope You're Okay like once when the album came out, and I decided I didn't like it and never listened to it again. Because at the time, I was going through a very hard time and all I wanted to hear were sad and heartbroken songs. And this song kind of gave me hope, and I didn't need that in that situation. I just wanted to be sad. Now we'll get a performance, so maybe I'll like it now.
His parents cared more about the Bible than being good to their own child. Hope he took his bad deal and made a what if. that you're okay. She was brought into a world where family was merely blood. Does she know how proud I am? Courage to unlearn all of the hatred.
What a line.
How proud I am you were created. Cause I love you and I hope that you're okay.
Oh, I like that. Every single one of them leaving, except that one girl who still has to play on. That's so sad. Okay, now she can go. What a beautiful shot. That looks so pretty. Is it over?
I know you're with somebody new. For you to forget everything you said. Guess you take it back. Should have expected that. I say I'm fine, I'm lying really, and I'm
Oh, pretty.
scared I'll never feel that again. 'Cause don't you think I wanna move on to where I loved you?
Last song was really pretty. I loved that. I wish that would have made it on the album. But yeah, it was interesting to see a little insight on how she felt while creating the album and after it was done. I really hope that we get something like this again with her new album. I think she's an amazing young woman. She seems so wise and so open-minded to everything. I just really love her. I love the music that she makes. I love the way she articulates herself. I love the way she speaks. I just wish her all the best, honestly. I just hope that she finds peace and love and that she's happy. Hope that she's okay. Anyway, I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys had fun. If you did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You can comment down below some documentaries or films similar to this that you want me to react to. I'm still planning on watching Billy's documentary, don't worry. I wanted to watch it today, but then I saw that it was 2 hours and 20 minutes long, and I was like, damn, I'm gonna need a whole day for this. But it's still on, don't worry about it. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching if you stayed this long, and bye!